to the Joe Cronin Show, a wrestling podcast with attitude.
The Tribal Hog.
When Raw,
The Tribal Hog.
To the Joe Cronin Show,
or AEWN. Tune in to the Joe Cronin Show. Live on YouTube for review and reaction. Joe Cronin and Jake break down all the action, all of it. The Joe Cronin Show, your source for wrestling opinions, news, and insanity. A wrestling podcast with attitude. Mature audiences only. Join our community of over 70,000 people. Subscribe free on YouTube to The Joe Cronin Show.
The Tribal Hog.
The Joe Cronin Show is brought to you this month by all the donators, supporters, and patrons, but especially these mega producers: Matt Rossmeyer, Nikki J. the Weed God, and SITH NEGAN.
And let's not forget about the newest mega producer, Joe Bishop.
At SummerSlam, the Tribal Hog is going to get a country.
Thank you for your support. Let's go.
The Tribal Hog. The Tribal Hog.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so
the Tribal Hog.
Frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart.
The Tribal Hog. You're the Tribal Hog. The Tribal Hog.
I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change. I just love the feeling. No, I ain't gonna give up.
The Tribal Hog.
Time I'ma live up. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart, or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. No,
the Tribal Hog.
I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing
the
is
Tribal Hog.
And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough time. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
Well, of course, a little while back, we lost good old Tex on the show. But that's okay because we got ourselves a new caller, a new co-host. Shout out to the brand new co-host. Say hi to him. It's, ladies and gentlemen, he's on the line right now. Say hi to everybody, Tex-Mex. How you doing, Tex-Mex?
Yeehaw, Joe. Let me tell you, I'm glad to be here.
I ain't like that last Tex who gonna run away every 5 seconds. I'm Tex-Mex. Remember the Alamo, Joe? Anyway, I hate everything that ain't white like me. I'll call you back later, Joe. Tex-Mex out of here. And by the way, they call me Tex-Mex because I done raped a whole bunch of illegals. Oh my God. What the hell is wrong with you? All right, well, yeah, go have fun, man. I appreciate the call, but good Lord, man, I don't know about that. Anyway, I thought Raw actually started out really well tonight. I got to be honest. It went to hell in a handbasket really quickly, but I thought Raw started well. Like, it was pretty good to start. And then the show just took a nosedive into the sphincter of life. By the way, I thought for sure like Lesnar was going to come out at the end and destroy everyone again, and we were going to just out, which would have been stupid as well, probably. But instead, Dolph Ziggler comes out. Why? I don't know. Whatever. It was okay, but it was like, again, like this is just like. That Dolph Ziggler moment would have been a good moment if he came out and super kicked a baby face like that in the face and was like, "Oh man, bad guy Dolph Ziggler's here." But no, he came out and he did it to the good guy or to the bad guy himself, and he's a good guy. He's a face. Dolph Ziggler's a face. He's probably just coming out to, I don't know, to work with Theory so Theory can, or are they trying to make Theory now become a face? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. And sometimes I like when they do that stuff when you don't know what's going on. That's good. But this just seems weird. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this. All I know is when we used to do Raw reviews from 2016 to 2020, we had 1,200 people every Monday watching this show. And right now there's 231. And even when Jake was here, before he left, you know, there was about 400 to 500 watching this show. That's because nobody's watching wrestling. Nobody's watching Raw. It sucks. Raw has lost literally, what is it? Since 2 years ago, Raw has lost 500,000 viewers. 500,000 people are no longer watching Monday Night Raw. That's how bad it is. That's how really bad it is. And this show tonight was fucking trash. I like the beginning, though. I will say, I like the opening with Brock. And then Brock said the words that I've always been waiting to hear, and that was tribal hog. And he said it, when he said it, it sounded like he himself didn't have a hog or didn't have testicles or something like that. He certainly sounded like emasculated. Listen to this.
The tribal hog.
The tribal hog.
The tribal hog. The tribal hog. At SummerSlam, the tribal hog is going to get a country
shit kicking, I think he said. Whatever, like, you're gonna get a country shit kicking. The tribal hog.
The tribal hog.
Oh my God, he sounded ridiculous.
You raised a piece of shit.
Didn't watch cause I always watch a review instead lol.
Well, pretty soon there isn't going to be one, man, more. I mean, God knows I didn't do one a few weeks ago. And this show tonight was worthy of not doing one as well. I wasted 3 hours of my time, pretty much, I feel. I'm sure that many of you all feel the same way, potentially, that you wasted your time watching this pathetic show. I'm sure many of you feel that way. If you do, I don't blame you. Let's go over it again. The beginning, again, like I said, was good. Lesnar comes out. He's going crazy.
At SummerSlam, The tribal hog
You hear the chuckle from the crowd?
is going to get a country kicking
Country shit kicking.
to the likes he's never seen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what an unpleasant surprise for Lesnar.
I wonder if Vince thinks, like, when he hears Lesnar crack like this all the time, the Vince is like, God damn it, no. Why does he always crack? The tribal hog. Like, Vince would never do that. Lesnar's like, listen, I have holes in my vocal cords. Just want to tell you.
That's an annihilator. That is an avenging badass that wants revenge. We are approaching 700 days of Roman Reigns as the champion. And Brock Lesnar, this is one streak you will not conquer. Because I will have Roman Reigns ready for you at SummerSlam to put you down. If I have to train Roman Reigns to stick his hand up your ass
Wow.
and pull your heart
Vince
out through that hole.
Vince McMahon might be able to train you to do that.
That is what my tribal chief is going to do to something like you.
Very homoerotic. Very, very homoerotic to say my tribal chief, like it's weird.
The tribal hog.
The tribal hog. Very homoerotic, though, which is fine. It's fine.
The tribal hog.
But yeah, this show was a piece of shit. I mean, the opening, like I said, this opening, though, I pretty much enjoyed this. I did enjoy this opening. I did. I will say that. I was like, all right, this is pretty, all right, let's go. And then it went to hell.
Did you just say?
Let's go! Second. Mr. Money in the Bank in the house. Well, up to this point, I'm sure it's been an afterthought for Lesnar, but it is a very real possibility. After the brutality of Last Man Standing, Theory will be waiting to cash in. Brock looks perplexed at this point. Brock widely keeping his eyes on SummerSlam is going to be one of the greatest nights in WWE history. I'm going to take back my United States Championship from Bobby Lashley, and then I'm going to sit back and watch this match of mass destruction. But you see,
that's weird.
After this match, I'm not going to run down to the ring. I'm going to walk down to the ring.
Oh, so they're going to call it a match of mass destruction? So like weapons of mass destruction that George Bush didn't find in the Iraq war or Iraq attack that we made on them? Yeah. So we're going to have to hear a match. What did he say?
Hold him. I'm going to sit back and watch this match of mass destruction.
Match of mass destruction.
See,
that's what we're going to get.
After this match, I'm not going to run down to the ring. I'm going to walk down to the ring, holding my contract high, handing it to the official, cashing in my contract, and either putting my foot on your chest or Roman Reigns' chest, and then the announcer will announce, and the new, youngest, undisputed WWE Universal Champion of the world, Theory.
I mean, I think it's fairly creative to do this because of, but it's really just out of necessity. I don't know if it's that creative. Roman Reigns doesn't want to be here, guys. Remember how the whole point of making him champion? See, somewhere the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing, because what happened? The networks all said we need Roman on our channel. USA Network was like, we want Roman on our channel. So WWE, Vince McMahon, and everybody else devised a perfect plan, which was we're going to put all the belts on Roman, and he's going to go on all the shows. That way all the networks are happy. So then they did that. And guess what? Roman Reigns said, I don't want to be on every show. In fact, I want to be on less shows. So Roman Reigns basically ended that whole thing. So, they went from, we're going to give the networks what they want to, nope, Roman Reigns decided that ain't going to be a thing. So now Monday Night Raw is forced to have to plug in all these other people all over the place because Roman ain't really ever going to be there. Because Roman decided he didn't want to do that. They put the belts on him partially for that reason, But now he's pulled the, what do you want to say, an audible? And said, well, I'm not going to do that. So now we're stuck with no belts on Monday Night Raw, no World Championship on Raw, which is in a way good, but not really, because Monday Night Raw should have a championship on it. But honestly, there should only be one championship, so it doesn't matter anyway with that. But whatever. So we're stuck here in this situation that is stupid because the people that book this stuff are stupid and the wrestlers aren't committed. AJ Styles didn't want to be champion. Now Roman Reigns doesn't really want to be the champion guy. Or he wants to be champion maybe, but he doesn't want to hold that, heavy is the crown or whatever they say. That's exactly what's going on. And so we're forced to pigeonhole all this poopy shit in here. You know what I mean? That's really all it is. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. That's all it is. But, Lesnar's face is turning pink here. He's got a fucking ponytail. He looks like shit. No, I'm just kidding. I love Brock here. He looks good. I like Brock.
Well, why don't you come down here right now and let's go?
You know what, Brock? It doesn't matter if you win or Roman Reigns wins, because the way you two are talking about the outcome, it's going to be life-altering. And Mr. Heyman, I have to say, maybe you should listen to Brock Lesnar, because I actually have some footage of my own from this year's Elimination Chamber where it just shows that Brock Lesnar doesn't give a damn about anybody but himself. He doesn't care about anybody's life but his own. Roll the footage.
It's the Elimination Chamber match last February, and this is just a taste of the kind of...
I like how they blocked out him destroying Theory too. They had to blank out Theory landing on the mesh because he landed on his feet, I guess. Like it really wasn't that horrific at all, but they blanked it out to make it look more horrific than it really was. That was ridiculous, by the way. I thought that was fucking hilarious. Like, oh my God, he threw him. Like, it was just funny how they cut it. They cut it absolutely ridiculous. Retarded.
Shit bum.
Joe, it's not that Raw reviews are dead, it's just JD stole your viewership. He gets 1K to 2K live daily.
He always did. That's nothing new. He always got that. It's that wrestling is dead, dildo. Look at the fucking, look at the millions of people who don't watch anymore. Wrestling is dead. They have 1.6 million people probably watching this Raw tonight. 1.6. Remember we used to make fun of when they were below 3 million? Like, not that long ago? I mean, it's fucking crazy. There's no one watching this shit anymore. And certainly no one that wants to really talk about it. The only people that want to talk about it are the people that love it. They're loving it. I should change my show and pretend I like it. I'd probably have a following then. Be like, oh, this was so good tonight. And the beginning was good. With Lesnar freaking out. I thought the opening was all right. With Theory and Lesnar, I thought that was nice. But everything else, I mean, Jesus. This part was the best part.
Shut up! The mic is a preview of SummerSlam.
And then the most interesting... I think the most interesting thing is probably the Edge stuff to a lot of people. Everybody's like, oh, what's Edge doing? Now, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if he's coming back. Edge is coming back as, like, with Gangrel. I don't know if Edge is coming back in the Brood type of thing, or with Gangrel, or something like that. Or if Edge is going to go back to the Rated R Superstar. Or if Edge is going to, come from the crowd and do the thing. I don't know. I don't know if Edge is going to become Gangrel and start spitting the blood out of the chalice. I don't exactly know what's going on. I know it's Edge, I think. If it's not Edge, I'll be, completely shocked. But maybe he'll go back to the Rated R Superstar and be a face. I know he's going face, but I don't know what the reason is, or if he's going to go back with Gangrel. And they can't have Christian, obviously, because he's like the best thing going in AEW is Christian right now, which is fucking hilarious. But Joe, WWE has 84 million subscribers on YouTube. Probably most of them are bots, like just how Twitter is fake. So not only that with that, but also, all those people are dead subs now. It's like me. It's like, dude, I have 70,000 subscribers. I don't really have 70,000 subs. Most of them are dead subs. I have 3,000 people that are actively still here, eventually watching me, whether they watch once a month or once a week or every day. Somewhere in there's about 3,000 real people that still watch my channel. I have like 3,000 subscribers, essentially. Nobody really has what they have for subs. So the WWE sub rate doesn't matter. The WWE has 84 million subs, but they probably only have 5 million active people. Like, only 5 million of those people are real at this point, the WWE. It's a law of averages. Look at everybody. You know what I mean? If you have 100,000 followers, if you have 100,000 subs on YouTube, you really only have about 20 to 10,000 people actively watching you. You know, most of them are dead. Same thing with me. 70,000, 67,000 of them are dead. Because over the years, you accumulate subs. There should be a new stat on YouTube. The stat that YouTube is missing, do you guys want to know what it is? Active subs. That's the stat that's missing. So what you do is you can actually do this, though. If you look at everybody who watched your video, all the people that watched your videos that month, and you count the number of people that watched your videos who are already subbed to your channel, you count those per video, and you come up with an average, and you figure it out. And the average tends to be only about 5 to 10 to 15% of whatever your channel says you have. Now, unless you're a newer person, like you just started like 7 months ago and you blew up and you have 100,000 subs, well, that probably means that most of them are active because they're brand new. So what you need to do is acquire lots of subs all the time. You want to get about 1,000 subs. You know, like say if you get 1,000 subs a week, that way 300 of those people are still watching you every week, and 1,000 new ones and 1,000 new ones. It starts to stack up and grow and get bigger. But you won't get bigger if you don't get more subs. Like, for instance, for me, I gain about 100 to 200 subs a month, right? And about probably 100 of those people stop watching, unsub, or they just go blank anyway, right? So only a few of those people stay. So you need to get more than you lose. Like, I probably lose as much as I gain every month. That's why I need to grow more. Same thing with WWE. That's what they don't understand. They need to grow more. They are now losing more people than they're making, right? They're losing more fans than they're making at this point. I'm in the same situation. I'm losing slightly more than I'm gaining at this point. So, like, everybody's got to step it up. So the YouTube channel having 84 million subscribers, that doesn't mean much of shit at this point. You know what I mean? That shit doesn't, that doesn't matter at this point for YouTube's WWE's YouTube channel, It really doesn't. But, this covering Raw isn't worth it anymore for me. I think this I don't know, man. This might be my last review tonight. I at this point, people don't want to watch me. People don't want to watch my channel. They don't want to watch my Raw reviews. They don't support it. I'm gonna probably say that this could probably be my last. This might be my last Raw review tonight. I don't know. I mean, I watched it. It was horrible. I'm telling you what I think about Edge. I saw the beginning with LESNAR. It used to be worth it to talk about Raw because people wanted to hear what I had to say, and people supported it. It's not worth. It hasn't been worth it the last couple of weeks, and I didn't even do one 2 weeks ago because I was like, all right, well, fuck that. And this, I think this is it. I think this is, I think the Raw opened up well, and after that, it was full of stuff that I just didn't really care that much about. Carmella looked amazingly hot. Becky Lynch looked kind of nice. Liv Morgan, they promoted her after Natalya no-sold her finisher the other day. The Miz with Tommaso Ciampa was weird. I mean, just Ciampa's great. The Miz is old, stale. Just boring matches that I don't care about. AJ Styles, who cares? He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about wrestling at this point. Why care about him? You know, I mean, Alexa Bliss and Asuka was probably the number 3 best thing of the night, was seeing them tag up in some way. If you want to say that, literally the Usos had one of the worst matches. You know what I mean? The Usos, I mean, dude, when are the Usos involved in a match that's terrible? You know what I mean? When are the Usos involved in terrible matches? Why not NXT reviews? Are you joking, money? Are you kidding me? Why not do NXT reviews? That's even deader than all this. What are you talking about? For 600 people? You know what I mean? You want me to review NXT? What, like 500,000 people watch that? Yeah, I don't know. I might do a new thing on Monday nights. The anti-Raw show. I never thought I would say that. Man. I've been doing this Raw review. I think maybe I'll finish out to make it 10 years. Because in August, it will be 10 years of the Joe Cronin Show. In August. And, the first 13, 14, 15, 16, the first 4 years was me really plugging away, getting subscribers, and, it becoming a part-time job. And the next 4 years after that were, buying a house and being a full-time YouTuber and doing so much content with all you guys and everybody and being able to take care of everything. And the last, and so that's 8 years. It was an amazing ride, those 8 years. And the last 2 years have been, and, now I'm in debt by like $60,000, and I can't even pay stuff. And the more time I take up doing this, I could be working 3 jobs somewhere else. This is when I used to be able to do this part-time, but I mean now I can't even do this part-time. So Raw's dead. This is dead. It's time to leave. It's time to call this a quit. Call this a wrap-up. Almost came out, and he was awful. This was terrible. I sometimes I say, man, that was one of the best nights Almost ever had. That was a good night for Almost. He's doing better. This was terrible. This was the worst Usos match I've seen in a long time. D'Angelo Dawkins or whatever, Dawkins, he was terrible in this match. He just looked sloppy. He did not look good. R-Truth was whatever. The Usos, I'm sure, were the only thing decent with the Usos, I guess. But this is the worst match that I've seen the Usos involved in a long time. Yeah, I'm living a great life, man. I'm just chilling. Yeah, okay. Money's like, you're living a good life. Yeah, I'm living a great life. Yeah, oh, my God. I'm living in fucking fear every day. Yeah, I like that Brock Lesnar was dressed like Alec Baldwin in Beetlejuice. That was cool. But this was, and at this point, I'm trying to think of everything I can say about this show. And we're 2 hours and 20 minutes. 2 hours and 20 minutes into this show. I would say the opening was one of the best openings of the year for Raw. Like, it was the top 3 best opening of the year, which may not be saying much, but at least the beginning of the show, it was like, yes, this is great. I mean, I thought about coming on here and saying crazy stuff tonight, if I have to. But, Seth Rollins, and Logan Paul cuts a good little promo, I guess. I suppose. But he's not there either, like nobody else is. I think it'd be funny if R-Truth came down to the ring at one point with
a piece of shit.
Fake briefcase.
Holy hell, Joe, cheer up a bit, dude.
Oh,
Crying
thank you.
face, heart.
Oh no, I'm not really down, to be honest. Jennifer Muppet Baby, thanks for the $5. And thank you for the super thanks on my other video earlier. I'm not really down. It's just down. It's just sad. It's sad to, it's like I don't know if I'm down, but like the shows are down. The Raw is down. Who cares about this shit, Yeah, I'll be doing AEW reviews. AEW is harder to get home for to see because I'm driving home now.
You raised a piece of shit.
Love ya, bro.
Oh, thanks, John Montgomery. What's up, John? Appreciate the $2, man. No, listen, this isn't like, it's just to say, this is not doing it anymore. This is not possible to happen anymore. It's not possible for me to continue to do these shows. It's not feasible or possible. When I started, it was a side thing that I did for fun while I worked my full-time job, which was fine because I only had, I had $1,500 in bills and I worked a 40-hour job and I did YouTube on the side for fun. And then I got part-time pay from YouTube and that was awesome. But now that I have over $5,000 in bills a month, this I'm going to stay on Patreon. I'm going to do my podcasts on Patreon. And I'm going to do, AEW reviews. And I don't know, I might do monetize this until episode 400. Maybe episode 400 will be the last episode of monetize this, finally. Because that show is not doing well at all. Monetize this is not doing well. Monetize this is almost dead. But, that's what people wanted. They wanted to put that show out of business, a long time ago. A lot of people wanted to put my channel, they wanted me to be done. And, it's going to happen. So that's good news for everybody that, launched their own little thing to, and told people this, that, and the other thing about me or whatever they wanted to do. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people happy about it. You know what I mean? So that's good news for them. But I can't do this. I can't do this show and review this shit. Like actually watch this every Monday and skip, doing stuff, doing work to watch this show. I'm calling work to tell them I'm gonna work Mondays all day. At this point, I'm not gonna review this fucking show. This is fucking horrible tonight to watch. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, well, Alex Oli, it would have been me and Rastafa last week, but Rastafa didn't come on the show. Rastafa wasn't here, bro. If Rastafa was here, I wouldn't have added all those people to the call. But I added all the people because I didn't, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, I just add people to call. But it's just a horrible.
You raised a piece of shit.
Don't like tonight's show.
It'll be a sad day if you do stop Raw reviews as it's what you're known for, but a change of content could be great for you as WWE is dead right now.
Yes, I agree. I'm doing some research, Mr. Bourne. And I might be launching something new on this channel. I don't know. And I don't know what it will be. But it will be something different. Maybe. I don't know. Then again, maybe I don't know. But I know Raw is terrible. This is bad. The only thing worth watching tonight was the opening. Maybe the ending, I guess. And what the hell was the other thing? It was something else that I mentioned earlier, and I don't remember now what it was. But yeah, it was a terrible show. Mr. Bourne. Oh, I think your dono is going to come through because I can't read it. Oh, you did. Oh, I did read it. Okay, good. Thank you, Mr. Bourne, for the super chat. But yeah, it's just, this is trash, man. I'd rather review fucking, I don't know, bro. Fucking, I should have reviewed Stranger Things. Might have had a better time. What up, 90s car guy? Yeah, a lot of OGs, man. I totally get it. Maybe maybe in a couple of weeks I'll change my mind, and I'll be like, oh, I got a new whatever. Maybe I'm going to come up with a new way of reviewing it. Maybe that's something to do. Maybe I'll come up with a way to review the show that will be fun. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a live watch along. I've done a couple watch alongs before. Maybe something like that will be fun again. I've tried that though, so maybe I'll do that instead of reviews after it's over. That way we can make a game out of it or something. I might be able to make some kind of game out of it or fun time out of it. I've heard people and YouTubers, comedians, and people like that over the years. You guys have seen it. Whether it's your favorite musician or YouTuber or person or whatever, you've heard people before be like, "That's it, I'm done," and they walk away, and you go, "How could they do that? Why would they ever do that? This is the thing they do. Like, I love what they do, or I like them, and whatever. How could they walk away? How could they say stop doing that? Or a TV show you really like, they just decide that it's over or whatever, and you go, how could they do that? Like JB, how could he leave the show? Joe was gonna pay him money. Why would he leave? Why would any of these people leave? Why would people leave the shows? Why would this TV show end when it could have done more seasons? And you find out people just got sick of it. It's not about the money, anything. I'm like you guys. I always think like, why would they do that? Why would this TV show end? Why would this band break up? Why not just deal with your problems and make more music, guys? Come on, what are you doing? Why would this TV series end? Why would this YouTuber hang it up when he was doing well enough, And I have to say that, I don't know, man, I get it. But yeah. I can see why people walk away from things now, because this is the first time I've been like, wow, this is fucking trash. And yeah, I'm sure people going live like JD and stuff like that at the beginning of the pandemic, all of a sudden, I'm sure that probably did take a lot of viewership. It certainly did. And other people started going live too, So then there was way more competition ever for live reviews and stuff like that when there wasn't before. That's probably why I always had 1,500 people watching me every Monday. But yeah, so I'm sure that's part of it. It's not just that the ratings are way down as well, but
shit bum.
I'm sure that's part of it.
I'm buying tickets to Raw Wednesday, $300 plus fees, lol.
That's retarded. What is wrong with you, Alex Oli? What is wrong with you? But like I said, when other people go live and they make $500 for a Raw review, I go live now and if I make $20 or $30, it's like, oof, I should have taken that. I should have worked that double shift. You know what I mean? It's like I have to make a smart decision as an adult. That, oh man, this ain't I can't do this. I gotta work Mondays. And I don't even think I'm going to be able to dig myself out of the hole I'm in right now. I never thought that I kind of gambled on that things would get better. I sort of said, all right, I'm going to take the bullet and see if this gets better, And it really hasn't. And now it's like, oh man, I got to do, this is crazy. It's I don't want to be sitting here saying this. I don't want to be saying this. You know what I mean? I didn't expect to lose, 150 patrons in a year. Partially because a lot of people left my show and they liked what we used to do. And, when it comes down to it, 400 people used to like everything I did here, but only about 180 people care about me doing it solo. So, which is awesome. Like, that's still really good. Like, that's really good. but it's not enough to maintain what what I need to do. So, you got, as an adult, you got to make a decision. I can't just sit here and lose my house because I want to keep trying to make YouTube work. Or you know what I mean? I'm still on YouTube. I'm still going to be a YouTube person. I'm still going to do wrestling reviews. I'm still going to do the shows, but I'm just going to scale them back even more. That's all. That's the only thing. I scale them back even more. I got rid of Throwdown. Throwdown wasn't making any money. I had no co-host to be on that show for a while. And I said, well, we're not going to have the same co-host on every show. So, I got rid of Throwdown. And then this is just the next thing. Cutting Raw. We're probably going to cut Raw. That's it's what are you going to do? It's like the thing you got to do. This fucking show tonight was fucking dog shit. The crowd was a pile of shit. Dude, who the fuck... Dude, how fucking cringy was it when R-Truth was like, remember the Alamo? It was like, dude, you fucking shoot me in the fucking head, bro. What the fuck am I watching on my fucking TV? Remember the Alamo? This show is for fucking retard mongoloids. This show is for fucking Make-A-Wish kids with a hole in their head. That's what this show is for. It's not for me or you. I don't think. Remember the Alamo? Fucking atrocious fucking stuff. Dude, I hope Bruce Pritchard gets raped in the ass by one of Vince McMahon's fucking bisexual friends in the back. What the fuck did we watch tonight? That's the worst the Usos have ever looked, and they didn't make themselves look bad. I'll just say that. The Usos look like shit tonight. That's the worst goddamn Usos match I've ever seen, and it wasn't their fault. It wasn't the fucking Usos' fault. It was WWE's fault. Omos looked like trash. Omos looked like fucking trash out there, and so did Dawkins. Dawkins didn't look good either. Dawkins, it's funny, recently Dawkins came out and he was like, hey, man, I'm just as good as Montez Ford. No, you're not. You look like a fucking idiot out there tonight. And I don't know if Montez Ford looked bad tonight. I don't know why, but I didn't see him enough. I didn't pay enough attention to Montez Ford. But I'll tell you, I noticed Dawkins didn't look very great. And I noticed the Usos looked whatever. And Omos was a mess. Just the vibe in this whole fucking match was terrible. They should have, this match was awful to watch. And I almost never say that when the Usos are in a match. If anything, the Usos at least, they have, a decent match or a boring one. Or, it's like, all right, the Usos had a match, whatever. It wasn't that big a deal, But it was really bad. This was really bad. And Jennifer Muppet Baby, thank you, Jennifer, for the donos and trying to support the show. I noticed that, in my other video, the super thanks and all moist. What the fuck? Alex Oli, thank you, man. But yeah, this is I hate my life. I'm banned on Twitter because a guy named, I don't know, Review Tech USA or somebody on Twitter, he was fucking talking shit. And I said, I hope, hey, man, enjoy the heart attack. Because, that's all I said to him. Because he looked like he was about to eat some fast food. And I said, well, enjoy the heart attack. And I guess that gets you suspended on Twitter for 7 days. And by the way, it happened in 3 seconds. I, tweeted it, and, a few seconds later, I was in trouble. So, shout out to Review Tech for you fucking ugly fucking mongoloid fuckhead. I hope Jeremy fucking rips your limbs off and eats your asshole for fucking breakfast. You scumbag, Review Tech USA, you weird troll swatting fucking sicko fucking cocksucking SJW weird fuck. You piece of shit. On Twitter. And thank you to everybody in the chat who supports me and tries to all you guys who have been over the years supportive of me and my channel and my I'll certainly have probably a podcast up on Patreon about this. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. I don't know if maybe I'll be back next week. I'll have changed. I'll decide better. Right now, fuck this.
The tribal hog. The tribal hog.
Oh!
There's 9,000 people that are going to stand up and say, fuck Ric Flair.
Like, you knew he was right because of the way, like, AJ was, like, doing that. Dude, okay, so what AJ was doing was so forced. Like,
yes,
I'm going to poke you, and now I get RKO'd. Like, that was so fucking forced that it wasn't...
cut him down with words.
It wasn't believable because of how forced it was. So,
and then on top of it, Orton literally says, I'm not going to, be back for a long time. But come one way or another, I'll be delivering an RKO at Mania. Mania is what, 4 months away? Technically not even 4 full months away.
That was
it's
weird
3 months
too.
in a week. So all this, you're that bad that you don't know if you can ever return. But you guys are going to have a match at Mania in 3 months.
I don't get that either, man. This was all writing. Every word that was written and said from a script. Ricochet tonight made no sense. He came in and he goes, "You're going to do that, and to Humberto Carrillo, and then our legend Rey Mysterio." Who the fuck talks like that? Dude, you would come out and say, "Hey, you want to put somebody in the cement? Try to put me in the cement.
Exactly.
Try to fucking break my neck in the concrete. How about that?"
No, he had to spit fucking 5 minutes of exposition to get there.
What was he saying? Like, nobody talks like these people. None of these wrestlers are human beings. Nobody talks like these wrestlers talk on Raw. Listen to what they say on Raw. These are not human words. This is like when I was, dude, I'm a terrible, like, story writer. When I was a kid, I used to write stuff, and it would, like, when you read it back, when I'm writing it, I'm thinking it's great, and then I would read it back later, and I'd be like, wow, this is terrible. Like, that's exactly, but it's like, they're the writers of Raw. Everybody's words were clearly scripted because nobody fucking talks like this. That's the biggest thing to take from what we're seeing and what we're hearing.
Like you said, it just the way people interact with each other and the reactions they have and how they should communicate is nightmare inducing. I mean, even from right off the bat with Owens and the way he was speaking and calling out Seth, I mean, to me, it was just a lot of it was him downplaying himself and trying to sound like he was boasting up Seth. And he wouldn't sound like this. You're the babyface.
Right.
I mean, like I said, the whole night was filled with these plot holes and overbooked nonsense. I know some people were kind of saying like, oh, it was genius at WWE, or I give them credit because it was smart with the Orton thing. No, literally, he probably tweaked something over the weekend at the house show, And we have heard before that they want to make house shows, you know, part of their canon, basically, to try and increase ticket sales. That's why they did the title change. And now, you know, what happens matters.
Out of 10. Happy New Year.
The Soundwave 92, man. I was going to give Raw maybe a 5 out of 10, and then that last hour killed it. That last hour murdered Raw. And I'm going to drop it down to a 3 or a 2, I guess. I don't know. There was some wrestling that was good. We'll get to some of the things that were good about Raw at first, and then it really took a fucking nosedive. The Soundwave 92, man, thank you so much, man. Holy shit, $40. Soundwave 92, man, thank you so much, bro, for coming in clutch like that. Needed the help, no doubt about it, after Christmas, and thank you very much for that, dude. I have some shout-outs to give for new patrons as well. That's coming. So, but right now, Soundwave...
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys that from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.
A 1-month-long shakeup. This Sunday, WWE presents WWE Stomping Ground. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. The WWE Universal Championship will be on the line in a fatal 4-way match. Plus, Becky Lynch exposes her twat. And shit, you know? Maybe if I was an Asian woman or something like that, I could get a job in AEW, but I don't think I'm ever going to get one. Cody Rhodes' promo was fire. Dustin and Cody have been killing it. Can't wait for that. And I can't wait for this next donation to pop up because we're falling behind here. Let's see what's up.
Put your hands in the air.
Oh, shit.
If Raw gave you AIDS,
Put your hands in the air. If Raw gave you AIDS. Out, please. Thank you so much, man, for dropping a couple bucks.
Here we go.
What's up,
The tribal hog. The tribal hog. The tribal hog is going to get a country